errands. Please tidy up this place.
No!
Wow! How did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
Prepare for the sweltering heat with a Rheem AC unit to keep you and your family cool and cozy. Get the recommended BTU for your bedroom or living room and enjoy complete comfort. You can also save some much-needed cash with an inverter unit, which provides superior energy efficiency. When the heat is on, stay cool with an affordable, dependable AC unit from Rheem. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
For tonight's newscast, Elvin Penner versus the Belize Defense Force. Was Penner trespassing? Corazon musician accused of alleged attempted child abduction. Police Constable Louis Pascaser charged for assaulting a police officer. And 3 southern communities joined the EU-funded Prosper project. These stories and more coming up next on Plus News. Stay tuned.
This newscast is brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Some hands do more than carry. They prepare, they fix, they comfort. They keep a home moving in ways few people notice. And even when the day is done, they are still thinking of home. For the months of May and June, we celebrate the hands that hold the home together, offering you 25% off on tiles, lights, fans, ACs, gardening supplies, and more, both in-store and online. Thank you, moms and dads, from Builders Hardware.
Good evening and welcome to Plus News for Tuesday, May 26, 2026. I am Julian Cruz. The Belize Police Department is currently reviewing the Dangerous Goods Act to see what charges, if any, can be brought against former UDP Minister Elvin Penner. Last week, Penner was caught by BDF soldiers removing charging wires and white phosphorus inside a designated training area situated within the Bali Beacon Reserve. Penner has since denied any wrongdoing, stating that he was saving the world by removing the various materials. The Belize Defense Force is currently destroying rogue UXO within the reserve. Commander of the Belize Defense Force, Brigadier General Anthony Velasquez, says that the training area where Penner trespassed was clearly marked as a danger zone.
From the point of view of the BDF, Mr. Penner trespassed into our training area, and he removed military items from the grounds, and that's our point of view there.
Can you talk about how easy it was for him to actually get onto those training grounds that are supposed to be for the BDF?
Well, it's a huge area. It's several kilometers, miles wide. So there's no fence around the area at all. There's access by some minor roads and by other crossing hills and valleys. So it's not an area that is fenced off, anything like that, right? So people can access the area. However, during exercises, we put up warning flags and we deliver NOTAMs so that people know that we're conducting exercise in the area. And also, during the exercise, we have sentries out. So there's no reason why Mr. Penna didn't know that we were there conducting these exercises.
Last week, in an effort to clear his name, Penner took our newsroom to the Baldy Beacon Reserve. Despite the trespassing allegations by the BDF, Penner insisted that no warning or no trespassing signs were visible in the area.
CEO Usher went on record to say anytime they do any kind of explosive or any kind of activity, any kind of dangerous activity where civilians should not be around, they would properly barricade the area. They would demarcate the area. They would at least have some danger signs up. They would at least have personnel on site preventing civilians from entering such a sensitive and dangerous site. And as you can see behind me, there's nothing like that. There was nothing like that yesterday either. The main point to make here is seen right behind me, the destruction, the carelessness. Back then, this was a known British joint BDF sometimes task, area that was training was happening. There were signs, there were camps, there were barricades when activities were happening, and it was being kept safe. Then they abandoned this area, which is mostly private land. I think we're standing on private land right now. They abandoned it because they went home. BDF never really continued using it much except for some training purposes here and there. The BAT sub came back and they redid both their training quarters with the intention of training here again, but when they came back, they started investigating and they realized there was quite a bit of private owners here now with some activity happening here. They did further investigation and they realized that most of their training area had happened on private grounds. So the little bit of possible government land still here was not even big enough to designate it as a training ground without including private lands. So they combed this area. I saw them walking like almost hand in hand every inch of this area to comb for all unexploded ordnances to make it safe now for civilians. So it was deemed a no training zone. I don't think it was ever, again, deemed a training zone. At least there's no evidence. You saw us coming in here, there was absolutely zero evidence there was any military action happened back here.
No charges have been levied against Penner as of our news time tonight. The issue of trespassing wasn't the only concern that was raised by Penner. He also places the blame of constant wildfires in the Baldy Beacon Reserve squarely on the shoulders of the Belize Defense Force. According to Penner, the reserve has suffered significant losses following explosions carried out by the Belize Defense Force during the destruction of rogue unexploded ordnance, UXOs, discovered across the country. While destroying some of the UXOs, a fire started and quickly spread due to strong winds in the area. The blaze raised alarm in an already vigilant time for the Pine Ridge Forest Reserve, which is highly prone to fires during the dry season, prompting concerns about whether BDF personnel were fully aware of the environmental risks at the time of the operation. The Minister of National Defense and Border Security was asked to comment on the matter. He stated that he stands behind the BDF in their swift action to safely destroy the explosives.
No, it is critically important, no? And so the military is working along with the Department of the Environment that we're able to assess all the damages, and from there, then we'll see what transpires. But I will not question the BDF as to the timing of this. I wish we can continue this. Well, firstly, I hope we have no more in the country. All right, but I believe they had to move expeditiously on this because this serves no purpose for us but endanger innocent lives, and sadly we have lost a life. It has to be handled safely. These are our bomb experts. They know how to handle it. All right, and so sometimes these incidents do occur, and that's why I say we're working closely with the environment to ensure that we can coordinate it properly in our time. But I do support the military in that we need to destroy these munitions expeditiously. We feel that there are some more. We clearly can't tell you. We're not hiding it now. We just don't know how much more. But we think we've gotten a significant amount, and we're always on the lookout because at the end of the day, you never know. I think every now and again you get the news from Europe where there's always some unexploded ordnance that exists, and they've done their best over the past 80 plus years to try to clear it up. Likewise, so there's probably some, but we're actively, working with the communities because usually they would know.
A musician from Corozal has been accused of attempting to kidnap two young girls while they were walking. According to reports on Friday, May 22, 2026, the accused, Shane Gilharry, that's his name, made an attempt to kidnap two female minors while they were walking and attempting to block their way with his vehicle and trying to place a white cloth over one of the girls' face. The two girls reportedly managed to get away and return home to their mother and aunt, Rosa Ancona. After hearing of this incident, Ancona took the two girls to confront Gilharry in person, which was recorded and uploaded to social media. Following this, the incident was reported to the local police, who were not cooperative in this matter, according to a statement by Ancona. Since then, she has also taken to social media to share the story, which was discovered by the family of Gilharry, who apologized on his behalf. According to their statement, Gilharry has been struggling with emotional and mental health challenges following the death of his mother. His family has said that they have made several attempts to assist Shane at this time in his life, although he has been detained by the authorities before and later released. Staff Officer ASP Stacey Smith gives us details into the police department's investigation into the matter.
I spoke with Commander Corozal Police Formation, Mr. Mendez, and his instruction to me was that no formal report was made in terms of a statement being given by the female and the children in question. He did in fact admit that she went there on the day in question. However, I believe she was still overcome with emotion, so they were not able to document anything. He told me that they have since been making efforts to locate the female and the children with a view to recording the statements and taking necessary actions.
We'll keep following this story. Police Constable Luis Pascasio was escorted to the Belize City Magistrates Court earlier today after he was charged with aggravated assault following an altercation with a fellow police officer at a Puma gas station on Freetown Road. The court appearance comes a day after police publicly announced they were seeking Pascasio in connection with that altercation.
As it relates to the inquiry pertaining to Mr. Pascasio, I spoke with one of the OCs in Eastern Division, and what he just advised me just a short while ago is that yes, in fact, an incident occurred and an investigation was triggered, and that investigation has resulted in charges being prepared for Mr. Pascasio in relation to aggravated assault and wounding as a consequence of a report made by a police officer. I believe the matter was captured on camera because it happened in front of the gas station. That has been viewed, and that is what guided police's action in terms of the charges that have been prepared.
According to police, the confrontation began on Saturday night after PC Jose Mejia and another officer attached to the motorcycle unit allegedly observed a vehicle run a red light at the corner of St. Thomas and St. Joseph Streets in Belize City. Police say the vehicle was followed to the Puma gas station on Freetown Road, where Mejia approached the driver, who was later identified as Pascasio. Investigators alleged that after Mejia identified himself as a police officer, a confrontation ensued and Pascasio allegedly slapped Mejia in the face, causing minor injuries. Pascasio was subsequently detained and later charged with aggravated assault upon a police officer. He appeared before the chief magistrate, represented by attorney Oscar Selgado. Bail was granted with conditions, including that Pascasio maintain a distance of 100 feet from the virtual complainant. He is scheduled to return to court on July 30 for disclosure. That incident reportedly left both officers injured and requiring medical attention. This is not the first time Pascasio has faced criminal charges. Back in 2024, he was charged with aggravated assault with a firearm in relation to an alleged incident involving a Belize City resident. Those charges were later withdrawn after the complainant requested no further action. 3 communities in the southern Belize have officially signed partnership agreements under the EU-funded Prosper project aimed at promoting sustainable economic development and job creation. The villages of Hopkins, St. Bite, Maya Center became the first of 15 partner communities to formally join the initiative during a signing ceremony held in Hopkins Village on May 26. The project is being implemented under a partnership involving the government of Belize, the European Union, and the International Labour Organization, the ILO. The initiative focuses on strengthening sustainable tourism and cacao agroforestry while creating economic opportunities for rural communities. The signing ceremony was attended by Minister of Rural Transformation, Oscar Requena, Minister of Agriculture, Rodwell Ferguson, representatives of the European Union, and officials from the ILO. According to organizers, the 3 communities were selected following assessments that examine community readiness, local businesses, and participation in key economic sectors. Officials added that discussions are ongoing with 12 additional communities in the Toledo district. The Prosper initiative will support community planning, skills training, enterprise development, and institutional strengthening with a focus on creating decent work opportunities for women and youth. Ellis Main attempted murder case adjourned. More on that when Plus News returns.
Some hands do more than carry. They prepare, they fix, they comfort. They keep a home moving in ways few people notice. And even when the day is done, they are still thinking of home. For the months of May and June, we celebrate the hands that hold the home together, offering you 25% off on tiles, lights, fans, ACs, gardening supplies, and more, both in-store and online. Thank you, moms and dads, from Builders Hardware.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. We continue to serve you.
Today marks a major milestone for future education in our community. This building is more than concrete and classrooms. It is a symbol for hope, progress, opportunity, and strong belief that our young people deserve the very best foundation for their future.
The scope of works of this project included the construction of 8 classroom spaces, office spaces, bathroom facilities for male and female students, as well as restroom facilities for male and female teachers, along with storage rooms and a janitor's equipment storage room. Additionally, covered stairwells were constructed to provide access from the ground floor to the first floor, and an access ramp was installed to ensure accessibility for persons with disabilities.
Today is a proud and meaningful day for the people of Corazon Creek. For the Toledo district, this facility represents hope, not only for the students of Corazon Creek, but also for the young people from the 16 surrounding buffer communities that this school will serve and will continue to serve. It reflects our shared belief that no matter where you come from in Belize, you deserve access to spaces that allow you to learn, grow, and succeed. Let this school stand as a symbol of what is possible when we invest in people, communities, and opportunity. Together, we are building more than infrastructure. We are building futures. We are building hope, and we are building a stronger Belize.
In the heart of Belmopan, there's a pharmacy that cares for more than just prescriptions. Medicare Plus Pharmacy, genuine patient and community-centered care, isn't just a promise, it's what we deliver every day. From medicines and wellness products to everyday essentials for you, your home, and even your pets. We're here for your entire family. Moms and expecting mothers are welcome to nurse in our private counseling room because your comfort matters. We offer diabetes checks, blood pressure checks, and medical counseling to help keep you informed and in control of your health. We support our community through blood drives, nutrition and wellness programs, and partnerships that make healthcare more accessible for everyone. And when medical information feels overwhelming, our trained staff takes the time to explain, guide, and support you so you can confidently manage your health and improve your quality of life. Medicare Plus Pharmacy Belmopan, genuine patient and community-centered care, always.
In May, make Benny's your one-stop shop for appliances. We have Sankey refrigerators, stoves, microwaves, washers and dryers, freezers, smart TVs, and so much more for up to 19% off. Get amazing deals for mom and appliances all May long, and don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase to be a part of our Homecation raffle to win $10,000 in December. Benny's, quality and savings.
Ellis Main, also known as Juice, has had his attempted murder case adjourned once again. The charges stem from the April 2024 Placencia shooting, where Roy Lee Burgess was killed and an American national, Maya James, was shot in the head but survived. Earlier today, Main appeared unrepresented before the Chief Magistrate, who granted an adjournment upon request by an attorney, noting that it will be the last given the circumstances. Main was caught and deported from the United States in September 2025 and handed over to Belizean authorities. Upon returning to Belize, Main faced 4 charges of murder, attempted murder, use of deadly means of harm, and dangerous harm. Following the adjournment by the Chief Magistrate, the case is now set to continue on June 23, 2026, where the Chief Magistrate is expected to hand down a decision in this matter. The Belize Police Department is currently conducting an investigation into the Ministry of Immigration's Belize City and Belmopan offices. Last week, the ministry confirmed that preliminary investigations are underway to determine the nature and extent of any suspected wrongdoing involving government funds. Reports suggest that nearly $160,000 is unaccounted for. The investigation is looking at receipt reversals and forgery. The police department says that they are currently in the process of getting statements from various persons.
As it relates to immigration, what I've been advised is that an official statement has been given in relation to the missing documents, nationality documents, and as it relates to the missing sums of money, arrangements are being made to record a thorough statement in relation to that report. They have informed us of certain things, however, a thorough statement needs to be recorded with particular and specific information, and that is what the investigators and those persons are working on, to get all the documents in order so that when the report is given, it is comprehensive.
The Belize Police Department is currently investigating the fatal road traffic accident that claimed the life of 49-year-old Aria Ramos. That accident occurred on Friday, May 22 in Santa Familia Village in the Cayo district, where Ramos and 32-year-old Melvin Christian were traveling on a motorcycle when Christian lost control of the bike. According to police, when they arrived on the scene, Ramos refused to give a urine sample despite the scene smelling of alcohol. Shortly after being transported to the hospital, Ramos passed away.
Police have issued 32-year-old Melvin Kishan of Bullet Tree Fall Village with a notice of intended prosecution as a part of an ongoing investigation into a traffic accident which claimed the life of 49-year-old Aria Ramos of Bullet Tree Falls Village. The investigation commenced on Friday, 22nd May, just after 10 o'clock p.m. when police responded to reports of a traffic accident in Santa Familia Village. The responding officers reported that upon their arrival, they observed Kishan, who was seated on the road and had some minor injuries and abrasion to the face and body, and at the time he was holding a female, later identified as Ramos, who was complaining of pain to the chest. BERT personnel arrived shortly thereafter and transported Ms. Ramos for medical attention. However, she succumbed to the injuries that she sustained some few hours later. What we have been able to gather so far in the course of the investigation is that both Kishan and Ramos were on board a Lifan brand motorcycle, Kishan being the driver, when upon reaching that area, Mr. Kishan lost control of the vehicle, the motorcycle, and veered off-road, resulting in the injuries reported. The responding officers reported that they in fact smelt the aroma of alcohol, and that was one of the reasons why a sample was requested from him. However, he refused to comply.
Applications are now officially open for this year's Miss Belmopan pageant. The event, now in its second year, serves as a platform for young women across the capital to advocate for their communities. Councillor Florita Botes explained that the pageant is more than just a competition, noting that it helps contestants to grow through community empowerment.
We brought back Miss Belmopan. We are looking for a spectacular night, even bigger than last year. The Miss Belmopan pageant is not just about beauty. We have our delegates coming along with an advocacy. The advocacy is how you can help your community. How can you be an advocate? How can you assist your community? So all delegates must have an advocacy. Our current reigning queen, her advocacy is domestic violence. She has run some seminars, some awareness campaigns. She has been involved a lot with self-defense classes to help women, and she has been involved a lot in seminars for young girls, to find out and to detect these violence before they reach into a relationship.
Set for August 29th, this year's pageant promises to be even bigger than last year's, with organizers seeing strong participation so far. Botis is calling on more participants to apply and to be a part of an experience that can positively shape their future.
This year, we are doing it a little bit more earlier and calling delegates to sign up. Our age range remains the same, 18 to 24. You must not be married. You must not have children, because we prepare these young girls for bigger pageants such as Miss World, Miss America Latina, or if they want to participate in other bigger pageants to represent the country, then we groom them to that. We will go through the same vetting process where we vet the delegates and then we shortlist them. And then I think basically we're going to go ahead and do the same process that we did last year in selecting our delegates. We don't have a limit on how many applications we are accepting because we need to do a selection of girls. At this point, we are already getting applications. Last year we had 17 girls apply and we had to shortlist it, and we end up with 7 delegates. This year I know definitely that 17 will surpass because we are getting a lot of applications. But again, we're gonna go ahead and shortlist it. We're not gonna close it until June 19th, but we're gonna shortlist it to 7 or 8 delegates. I must say that this is a pageant like no other. Like I said, we do not look for sizes, or we do not look if you're just beautiful or if you're not beautiful, if you consider yourself that you're not beautiful, because we are beautiful. All of us women, we're beautiful. But if you have an advocacy that will help your community, that you feel that you can be a voice for your community, why not? Why not? I mean, it's a platform that will assist you to be a voice. And if you feel like you have a passion for your community, try it out. We are open to any advocacy that you have.
Interested applicants can visit the Miss Belmopan's Facebook page to apply. Application deadline is June 19th, 2026. Belize and Mexico launch a livestock reproductive technology training. We'll see more of that right after this break.
Some hands do more than carry. They prepare, they fix, they comfort. They keep a home moving in ways few people notice. And even when the day is done, they are still thinking of home. For the months of May and June, we celebrate the hands that hold the home together, offering you 25% off on tiles, lights, fans, ACs, gardening supplies, and more, both in-store and online. Thank you, moms and dads, from Builders Hardware.
Life moves fast. Your connection should keep up. Need more credit? More data? A flex bundle that fits your lifestyle? With Smart Prepaid, they're a prepaid option for every lifestyle and budget, making it easy to stay connected wherever you are. Because with Smart Prepaid, you can connect on your terms. Purchase credit, data, flex bundles, prepaid plans, and all your favorite prepaid services at any Smart agent, Smart showroom, or simply dial *100# key. No stress, no waiting, just fast, easy, convenient ways to stay connected every day. Smart Prepaid. Connect on your terms.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures. Customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter. Smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights. Distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
The biggest tournament requires the ultimate streaming experience with NextGen TV. Win with NextGen. Pay your bill or sign up for a NextGen bundle plan for a chance to win a 43, 55, or up to 65-inch smart TV bundle, a brand new soundbar, and many more prizes. Get ready to witness football history being made with NextGen. Not a NextGen TV subscriber yet? Contact us to subscribe today. Next Gen TV, your stadium at home.
Here's how to be a part of Benny's Homecation in 3 easy steps. First, download the B-Bucks app and sign up to be eligible. It's fast and easy. Then, shop at any Benny's location or Benny's entity. Remember to choose products from our monthly Homecation jackpot categories to earn entries. Now you can earn B-Bucks with purchases made and be a part of the Benny's Homecation jackpot for a chance to win the $10,000 grand prize in December. Win the ultimate Homecation with Benny's, quality and savings.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and New Growth Industry, in collaboration with the Mexican Agency for International Development Cooperation, MEXID, has launched a week-long training program focused on reproductive technology in livestock. The training being held from May 25th through to the 29th at the Cayo Central Farm Extension Office Conference Room brings together Ministry, Extension officers, University of Belize Central Farm, field technicians, and technicians from the Belize Livestock Producers Association, the BLPA. The program was officially opened by the Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Rodwell Ferguson, and attended by Minister of State, Honorable Louis Alex Baluna. Participants are receiving training in integrated forage management, nutritional conditioning of livestock, and strategies aimed at reducing inefficiencies in cattle and small ruminant milk and meat production. Officials say the initiative reflects the continued cooperation between Belize and Mexico in advancing agricultural innovation and strengthening food security. The training is expected to improve technical capacity, livestock productivity, and the long-term resilience of Belize's agricultural sector. President of the Senate, the Honorable Carolyn Trench Sandiford, recently represented Belize at the 22nd Parl Americas Plenary Assembly and the 10th gathering of the Open Parliament Network held in Ottawa, Canada. According to a press release from the Office of the Clerk of the National Assembly, the regional event took place from May 19th through to the 22nd, 2026, and brought together parliamentarians, government officials, academics, development partners, and private sector representatives from across the Americas and the Caribbean. The gathering was held under the theme Parliamentary Leadership to Shared Prosperity, Advancing Trade, Innovation, and Security in a Changing World. During the assembly, Trench Sandiford moderated one of the working sessions titled Open Parliament in Action, Strengthening Transparency, Public Engagement, and Oversight for Better Trade Outcomes. Discussions focus on the importance of transparency, accountability, public participation, and oversight in strengthening trade policies and parliamentary processes. The assembly also served as a platform for dialogue and collaboration on issues related to democratic governance, regional cooperation, innovation, sustainable development, trade, and security throughout the hemisphere. The Office of the Clerk noted that the event highlighted the role of parliaments in promoting equitable economic growth and reinforcing democratic institutions across the region. Trench Sandiford departed Belize on May 17 and returned on May 23. Her participation and travel expenses were fully funded by Parl Americas. Parl Americas is an inter-parliamentary institution that promotes parliamentary democracy and cooperation among legislatures throughout the Americas and the Caribbean. And that brings us to the end of our newscast for this blessed Tuesday evening. Thank you so much for tuning into Plus News. And be sure to join us right back here again tomorrow night when we bring you all the latest happenings from around the country and anything that pertains to Belize outside of the country. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.